And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Euro Cup 2023, day number 1. Welcome back to our third series of the night. And oh boy, what a series, or fourth series even. What a series it's going to be here, as we are seeing some of these big hitters, these heavy hitters face off in the quarterfinals. In round of 16 even. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Solaris, we have our Italian Terran player representing, soon to be representing the Platinum Heroes. As we are getting a bit of a pause here, and looks like we are just making sure that everything is okay, that there are no technical issues or anything of the sort. That we are all good in the hood. But yeah, as a reminder, this is still a round of 16 match. The winner of this series will be advancing on to face off the winner against of Uedi Soldier, Silver Crow, and Am Swifty as well. So still have a couple more matches ahead of us. Again, it's going to be a bit of a shorter broadcast here today, because we are stopping at the semifinals, but it's still going to be a solid broadcast, and I appreciate this a little bit shorter here just because we have DreamHack Atlanta right after this. We have DreamHack Atlanta in a couple of hours, so I do need some time to rest up and to freshen up as well for our next broadcast. Back-to-back StarCraft. Let's go. And here we go, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Solaris, we have our Italian Terran player representing the Platinum Heroes. It is BabyMarine. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Zerg player representing Starlight Twinkle, going for a 15 hatch opener, a 15-15. Don't see this so often. Not in this matchup. It is Wayne. Here we go. So this is a bit of a greedier way to play here in Zerg versus Terran. For those that are curious, it's a 15 hatchery into a 15 spawning pool. The way this works is that your gases are delayed. You're delaying your gases by quite a lot, and you are delaying your lings as well. What you won't be delaying is queens. Your queens actually arrive a little bit faster because it's a hatch pool, and because your queens arrive a little bit faster, the goal here of this opener is to defend early on with purely queen, and you just drone. You know, you skip your lings, you just drone as much as you can. Now, because this gas is a little bit delayed, this can lead into roach play instead of ling. We could skip ling speed and go into a roach warren instead and just defend like with pure queen and then eventually roaches. We see that very commonly on Golden Aura, for example. I'm not sure if that's going to be the case here. We'll see if we still invest into just a later ling speed, as gas income is just now starting. Queens are on the way, and again, we're just droning. As I mentioned before, zero lings. Zero lings are being made for Wayne, just purely queen. Meanwhile, behind this, we see BabyMarine going for a Rax Expand into a factory. So pretty standard opener, all things around. We are going, or from BabyMarine at least, he's going for a Reaper first, getting across the map. He is going to threaten the mineral line here, but the queen is seconds away from popping out. Can he kill a drone? Oh my god, it almost gets a worker there. Barely we do more in that smoke roller. And we can see that Wayne, he is unwavering. He is refusing to make a ling. Again, only defending with just these two queens, and so far, he's pulling it off. So again, it's just a way to cut corners, just a way to be a little bit greedy here. And BabyMarine, upon seeing this, third CC before Stargate, or before Starport. Oh, the tumor! Oh, he wants it. He wants the tumor. He will not get it though. So BabyMarine, he's going for an economic opener himself. Wayne, he's cutting extra corners. Now, looking at his gas, we have enough for ling speed. We have not started ling speed, and that is the reason why. We mentioned before, it is very common, if you see a 15-15 opener, very common to skip ling speed and go straight into roaches because your gases are already late anyway. May as well just be as efficient as you can be with your gas spendage and get into roach production. Now, we read that at the start of this, and I'm sure BabyMarine can read that as well. He hasn't seen the roach warren, but he should be aware that this is a big possibility just because of the opener and the playstyle that Wayne has kind of decided on. So I'm sure roaches are in the back of BabyMarine's mind. Meanwhile, how committed are we going to be? We are making a wave of roaches. True, we're making 9 roaches in total. Typically, we can cut roaches at 9 and then drone. But we have a 10th roach on the way. We are committing a little bit harder here. Okay, and there's the drone. So this is not all in, but we are going to be pushing. We're going to be pushing out with 10 roaches, moving out across the map. We're going to be threatening the natural, ideally denying mining and killing SCVs, and then joining up behind it. Now, thankfully for BabyMarine, he opened up Banshee. He went 3cc into Banshee production. Banshees are the safest way to open up against roach play, because roaches, they cannot shoot up, and Banshees will shut them down. Good kiting as well from BabyMarine, slowing down the roach push. Does get a couple of extra hits in, a couple of volleys from those Hellions. Roaches have arrived, but the Banshee makes it there just in time. And now Wayne is committed, and he has to kill SCVs. Immediately, BabyMarine, he gives up on the natural. He knows he cannot protect this. SCVs, too many of them would have gone down, so he respects these roaches quite a lot. As we get 5, 6 SCV kills, and Wayne is trying to escape, trying to get the hell out of here. Decent economic damage, but at a price. At the price of these roaches. It's going to be 5 roaches for 6 workers. Not the best trade for Wayne. And he's most likely going to be losing these roaches as well. As they try to evacuate, Queens should be coming forward here to help defend. Cyclone arrives as well, just to shut down that Overlord. And the Overlord will get picked off. So pretty good defense so far by BabyMarine, shutting down that army. Behind this is getting into bioplay. 2 more Raxes being thrown down. We have the 3rd CC on the way as well for BabyMarine. Or, like, being saturated, I should say. And yeah, our Terran is in a pretty decent position. I say decent. We still have a lot of workers to make behind this. Oh my god. Behind this, throwing down 4 Raxes to get up to a 5 rack setup. Ooh, and Wayne, he started off with roaches, this is true, but now we're investing into lynx, so it looks like he made roaches initially, yes, but he is not going to commit. No roach speed. Looks like he's going into Lingbane, Muta. Banshee, they're trying to make their way into the main base. They do not find a way in. Spire is halfway done here at the natural, and BabyMarine does not see this. He doesn't know. Does not spot that Spire. Wayne taking the 4th base, the 4th being the Rich-Testing Gas Geyser. Or having the Rich-Testing Gas Geyser. Double Eva Chamber for 1-1. No Baleen Nest yet, so this is a little bit greedy here from Wayne. To delay that Baleen Nest. He has to defend with purely Ling Roach Rav. Again, those are slow roaches and slow ravagers. Banshees, they have arrived. They do get eyes on the new hatchery, but they shouldn't be able to do much here, as yeah, the Queens are able to keep up with the rotations. They do force them back. Muta's still not scattered. What do we have at home to defend? We have Marines. We are soon to have Stim, so in a head-to-head fight, BabyMarine, he will be able to deal with the Mutas, but in these fringe bases, not much to defend. There is potential. There's potential for damage for Wayne. And we saw how Wayne was able to get out of control against Rostock earlier. Can you do it again against BabyMarine? We'll see as the Mutas they have hit the field. BabyMarine going to be pushing. How many tanks? We have 1 tank with the main army, soon to be 2. Mutas have been spotted. We're just seen by those Hellions. Or were they? As the Mutas, they go the long way around. And the question becomes, does Wayne have enough to defend? We got Ravagers on the way. These Ravagers, the Bile's going to be so important. Baleen Nest just now finishing up. It's late, and this base is under fire. The Mutas, they catch some of the reinforcements. They clean up the Marines. Bit of a move command as well. And we dive on top of the army. Biles are going to be connected. Oh my god, the Biles connect with the Bio. And Wayne, he cleans this up. He defends, and he attacks. Catches reinforcements, cleans up the main army. We haven't gone for the economy, but can we deny combat shields? Oh, it's so close. We can. Combat shields is denied. The Mutas, they get the hell out of there. How many Mutas went down? 1 Muta for so much value. Didn't kill workers, that's true, but did get so much more. I say so much. I did get so much else. I do think that SCVs are probably a little bit more valuable. That's true, but he cleaned up a lot of the Marines, took away a lot of the momentum from BabyMarine, and now Wayne is focusing on his army. 1-1 about to kick in. Bailing Speed about to kick in as well. So you got the Ravagers to support, and Lingbane on the ground. And the Mutas, they're not done. They go for the natural, going to be able to get some of these SCVs. Gas guys are going to be burning down. And we oh god, we do repair. We do repair in time. We can see BabyMarine, he is distracted by the mutas at the same time the main army is amassing. Wayne is getting ready to push towards that third. We do have a lot of tanks in position. A bit of an overextension here from Wayne. He's committing. He's committing. He's collapsing in this position. A lot of Banelings rolling in from every single angle. The Biles, they connect. They take down the tanks. We get into the mineral line. There are a lot of Marines, but there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to run. GG gets called, and Wayne will take game number 1. GG. GG, well played. A solid game there from Wayne. Able to take a lead here in this series. Oh my god. And we are so quick to set up game 2. Caught a little bit off guard. But yeah, Wayne, he's able to take game number 1. Had, again, a really interesting opener going for a 15-15 into Roaches. The Roaches were lackluster, that is true, but the Mutas were able to wreak havoc. And more importantly, I do think that a big moment was when the Mutas first attacked. When they first attacked, that was the moment when BabyMarine wasn't really paying attention to his main army. That's when Biles were connecting. Remember, he had committed quite a lot to his first attack at the 4th base. He had a tank, he had Marines to reinforce, he had a second tank on the way. He had a decent army, don't get me wrong. But because he was distracted by the mutas, we saw Biles connect. We saw Biles connect with his main force, surprisingly so. And after he got cleaned up, he lost any kind of momentum, any kind of presence on the map. And Wayne snowballed out of control. That felt like a pivotal moment for the Zerg player. And then from there, you know, Wayne was able to flex his muta control, of course, and get all over the place. Get all over BabyMarine. Eventually led into that win, into that decisive fight at the 3rd. But now, we're getting into game 2. And personally, I'm hoping we can get an ace match. I'm hoping we can get a back and forth. I'm hoping. As spawning in the in the top right hand corner of Alkione, we have the red Zerg player representing Starlight Twinkle, leading the series 1-0. It is Wayne. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Italian Terran, the blue Terran, representing the Platinum Heroes. It is BabyMarine. We go. And this time, Wayne is going for a standard hatch first. Important to take note. It is going to be a standard hatch first this time out of Wayne. It's going to be a hatch gas pool. Remember, last game he went for a 15-15. Went for a very unique kind of greedy opener into that initial Roach push. The Roach push was a little bit lackluster, so I appreciate that Wayne is going to be mixing it up here and going for something a little more standard. A lot more standard here for Wayne. Likewise, oh my god, I just realized BabyMarine going for a CC first. I appreciate it here. So he's also going to be going for a greedy opener. Typically we see a Rax expand. This time it's expand into Rax. So a bit of a role reversal. This is something a little bit more greedy, a little bit more economic, and this shouldn't really be punished. The only way to punish this is with something like a gas first into a Roach rush. Just because the factory is that much more delayed. Oh my god, this is illegal. I was gonna say that a Roach rush would punish this because the factory is gonna be delayed, and this is true, but the factory is gonna be even further delayed. We're going CC first into a Rax, right into a 3rd base before factory. Like 3rd CC before starport is usually economic. 3rd CC before factory is wild. So BabyMarine cutting every single corner possible here to be as greedy as possible. We'll see if we can get away with it. There's a lot of potential. There's a lot of potential here in what BabyMarine is doing. I'm concerned because Wayne is an aggressive player. We saw that last game, right? With the initial Roach push, with the mutas as well. Wayne, he wants to be in your face. He wants to be in your bases. He wants to be harassing you. Yeah, again, our gases were late as well. I should have pointed that out, that the gas was delayed after the 3rd CC, which means we can't really afford or invest into factories or starports, so it's going to be a 2 Rax follow-up, maybe even a 3 Rax follow-up. There's so much happening. Wayne is going to be dipping on in. He saw the CC timing earlier, so he's aware of the CC first. 100%. He's aware of the CC first, not aware of what comes next, of the faster third into the 3 racks as well. So very greedy here from BabyMarine. Can he get away with it? This is going to be a pretty strong timing as well with this 3 racks. Essentially, we're going to be hitting a timing with Stim. It's going to be Stim. I'm not too sure if this hits with combat shields, but regardless, we're going to be building up a Marine army, moving out, looking to trade. Now, this is going to be hitting before medevacs. This will be hitting before the factory even. It's just pure Marine, which will eventually push from BabyMarine. We'll see if Wayne can get eyes on it and prepare in time. See if he can prepare. For now, there we go. Stim in production. Wayne behind this just saturating his 2 soon-to-be 3 bases. Again, it was a standard opener out of Wayne. Everything is pretty by the book from when it comes to our Zerg player. Other than this, okay, so once again, I mean, Wayne, he is a bit of a roach boy, and he is going to be going for a roach warren here. A roach warren first before any other tech. We did invest into link speed, but we are still going roaches instead of banelings, so roach ravager is going to be what Wayne works with initially here to defend. And I think this is a good thing. I do think that Roach Ravager is a good kind of tool defensively in the mid game for Zerg players, and you can deflect like tank pushes, for example, or even these dedicated bio pushes as well, as long as we're in position. The downside to a Roach Ravager army is its immobility. It's not very mobile, it's not very flexible. A Terran player that's fast enough can pull you apart, especially in the mid game. So we'll see if Wayne can keep up. Roaches are in production, Lair is on the way. Behind this, 3rd CC soon to be landed on location. Stim is about to finish up, and now we're pushing. Remember, I said before, we're hitting a timing with Stim and combat shields. This is hitting before medevacs, which means every Stim counts. That's the downside here. This is a pretty potent and powerful army, yes, but there's no longevity here. There's no sustain because we don't have a medevac to heal ourselves. So every Stim is going to slowly kill us, and we are spotted by the Ling. Wayne, he had controlled the Zonaga. Roaches are pushing forward. Roaches are coming in to reinforce. Queens are brought forward as well. Wayne, he's preparing himself for the eventual push. He should be fine. Wayne should be perfectly fine. And BabyMarine, because it's a 3 racks, not a 4 racks, he should be looking to clear up creep. Should be looking to clear up creep, not much else. And he's transitioning out of this. You know, we have a factory, soon to be an add-on swap to get reactor and medevacs out. Marines, they spot the roaches, and we want none of that. Very immature. BabyMarine, he sees all the roaches, and he's like, nope, I'm getting the hell out of here. I know that I cannot do anything with this army. I'm gonna maintain my army, back off, get my 3rd up and running, and push out later with medevacs instead. A wise choice. A wise choice here by BabyMarine. Someone who was a little bit more undisciplined would maybe commit anyway because they have all these Marines. They would lose half of their army, and they'd be in a worse position. So again, really mature decision. Meanwhile, across the map, Wayne is getting his 4th base up and running. He's at least aware of the composition of his opponents. Very bio-heavy. Drops are on the way. And this is where BabyMarine, he has, 1, the better economy with 63 workers plus mules, and now a 4th CC on the way. He has a better economy. He has a more mobile army. Can he get some economic damage done? Can Wayne keep up? Here we go. Do have Marines pushing on forward here in between the base and the biles. Oh! Did not quite connect. As BabyMarine, he does rotate around again, doing a great job shaving off some of those lings. We have a scan. We're cleaning up so much creep as well. And again, BabyMarine, he's not really looking to engage with the army. He's looking to contain. Getting so many tumors for his troubles. He gets the final tumors. Does lose a couple of Marines. That's 3 Marines going down, but he gets every single active tumor as he makes his way towards the right-hand side. But this time, Wayne is in position. This time he's in position. He's going to Lingbane Roach Ravager. He invests into +1 melee, and we have the Hive on the way. So, Wayne, on the one hand, he has been contained, yes, but his economy has been left untouched. And Wayne has been droning, getting up into, eventually, Hive Tech for Vipers, for Adrenal for his Lings. Oh my god! I was gonna say potentially Lunkers, but now we're going into Ultras. This does coincide with +1 melee. Ultra Cavernous on the way. Now, the downside, because of the greed of BabyMarine, he's actually keeping up with the economy of Wayne. This is typically something that doesn't happen. Usually, the Zerg player wants to be up in bases and up in workers. BabyMarine, because of his greed, is keeping up, which means his army is looking terrifying here. This is a scary moment for Wayne. This is going to be a scary moment. Baneling's speed about to finish up. Banelings is still on the way. We need a good fungal. We need a good fungal in this army to force us in. Yeah, we're diving on top of this tank. The first tank is going to be going down. The second tank as well. The fungal will slow this down. We have a second fungal in the chamber, and that was a pretty brutal loss for BabyMarine. He keeps his Marine army alive, which is good, but he loses both tanks. Both tanks for not much at all. So not the best trade for BabyMarine. Is going to be forced back. Going to have to lick his wounds and rebuild. You can see Wayne going for the gold base as well. BabyMarine coming in from the right-hand side. Forces to cancel the gold. Catches some of these queens. One queen goes down to drone as well. Denial of the 5th. But here come the Vipers. The spellcasters. This is what's important. So it isn't just that BabyMarine has been really economic. Wayne has also been teching up very hard. I mean, we're at 9 minutes. The Hive is already done. Vipers are already here. Wayne, it feels like he has gotten away with quite a bit. Like tech-wise. The greed versus the greed. Double drop coming in. Wayne has to be very careful. Ghosts are on the way. We are reaching that point where both players are maxing out. Both players on 4-base saturation. We are looking to cut the map in half. We have a very dedicated drop here towards the north. Triple drop towards that natural. Ultras are on the way. Wayne has decent creep connecting all of his bases. But still not quite at that halfway mark, and the drop is coming in. Wayne not quite where he needs to be. We do have a couple of power bombs here, fungals as well. Ooh, the friendly fire with the mine. Forcing some friendly fire, and we will clean this up. Getting 5 drones in total. At the same time, a double drop on the right-hand side, but we are in position. And Wayne, he takes some damage, yes, but it was worth it. He killed 3 full medevacs full of units and 1 medevac itself. Only 2 medevacs survive that drop. Wayne, he has momentum. He's maxed out. Trying to push up this ramp, though, into a tank line. We have a blinding cloud. We have some yoinks. Oh, my God. Big abductions here. Biles as well. They shut down the Liberator. We're pushing towards that 3rd base. Bailey's going to be rolling on in. And BabyMarine, he just does not have enough here. He was not ready for the Ultras. He had 1 Liberator and like 2 Ghosts. The Ultras, they reign supreme. They shut down this base. And at the same time, BabyMarine, he comes in from the right-hand side. He cleans up this base. We're trading a base for a base. Mineral line goes down. Wayne doesn't want to stop, though. He keeps on pushing. He runs into some more bases, though. He runs into a planetary. The army heavily overstimmed. Both players have comparable economies, but the army here of Wayne is still terrifying. Snipes. Oh, big snipes here on 2 of those Ultras. Very nice snipes. Turn back around. Clean up the army. And Wayne has to back off. From this point, Wayne does have to retreat. Is trying to get his goal base up and running. Again, with this defensive position here, honestly, BabyMarine, he can take a fight. Wayne trying to reinforce, trying to force the issue. Did lose all of his spellcasters, most of his spellcasters, sorry. Did keep 1 Viper alive. He's going to try to engage big snipes here on the Ultras. There's a handful of Ultras left. We have 1 fungal available here for Wayne. 1 big fungal could make or break a fight. Again, both players are hurting. The gold base coming in clutch here for Wayne. Meanwhile, BabyMarine soon to take his own gold. Decent abduction on that Liberator. We're still looking. Oh, the EMP! EMP does avoid the fungal, and that means we can take a fight. Big Biles here on those ghosts, where we clean up the entire army. BabyMarine, just with a more efficient composition. Okay, cleans up the Lings, shuts down the Ultra. 1922 workers went down. Lings here at the gold. Wayne, he cripples the economy, but at a cost. Did cost him his spellcasters, a lot of Ultras. Wayne is still struggling to recover. trying to recover here. Looks like we're going to be taking a moment. Going to be taking a moment to breathe. BabyMarine, he does get eyes on one of these fresh mining bases. Double drop is on the way across the map. It looks like BabyMarine, he's turtling, which means Wayne has some time to rebuild. Remax. Those Infestors on the way. Ultras. How many Ultras do we have? 6 Ultras, 1 Infestor, 1 Viper in production. What I'm most concerned by, as again, both armies, both players still keeping up in supply, is this drop could get a lot done. Meanwhile, we're diving on top of the Planetary. Yeah, there's no liftoff. The Planetary is going to go down. BabyMarine out of position. He was on the wrong side of the wall. He couldn't defend. I mean, he had the army too. He's got plenty of ghosts, plenty of Marines and Marauders, but not in position. Stuck on the wrong side of the wall. And now Wayne, he's got the gold. He is maxing out. BabyMarine not quite there yet. He's on it though. Big tank shots. Scan does reveal the main army. BabyMarine doesn't turn around. He's committing. He could try to dive on top of this base, but unlike BabyMarine, these rocks have been knocked down, so Wayne, he can rotate over. And he's knocking down more of these rocks, trying to make this a little bit more maneuverable. So we do shut down these rocks at the same time. We still have some drops getting shut down, oh my god, by the power bombs. Medevacs were a little bit too low. Drop will fall. Sounds kind of weird to say, but accurate. As BabyMarine still unable to get his goal base up and running. More rocks being knocked down. Wayne working towards a spire as well to shut down those libs and medevacs to get into corruptors, to get into a greater spire. I would favor Wayne in this position just because he's got more mining going on. He has more freedom, more map control. BabyMarine still licking his wounds. About to max out, yes, that is true, and he will have a more efficient army. He has a better defensive position as well with these tanks, these walls, turrets, liberators. Pushing in and trying to break BabyMarine is going to be difficult, but not impossible. We got a couple of power bombs going to be thrown down. A yoink as well. And here we go, Wayne, he pushes in. The mines! Big mine shot from the Lings. One big mine shot, I should say. We're diving onto the zombie. The ghosts! The ghosts are exposed! Oh, we're going for them and we zone them away. We dive on top of the rest of the army. Big fungals here on the bio army, but we're running out of ultras. As the snipes go off and the ultras will go down. A very efficient trade here for BabyMarine. He lost his tanks, that is true. Did lose his tanks, did lose 12 SCVs, a CC, and a good chunk of his army. But Wayne, he can counterattack, and he keeps most of his ghosts alive. At the same time, the Lings, they try to come in, but there's no way into these bases. Ooh. Massive mine shots going off. It looks like, can we take down the tanks? We can! Oh my god, we just barely get in. Both tanks go down. The nuke... Both tanks go down with the reinforcements. They clean up all those Lings. The goal base is back up and running. Nuke here towards the north is spotted. Wayne does pull back in time. You do need Novus here. But again, Wayne has a bank. That's the thing. Wayne, he's had the better money, the better economy for quite some time. He's got more resources to work with. Wayne remaxes. BabyMarine's still not there. Pushing into these... Oh, the freedom! Pushing into these liberation zones, it's not it, papi. It's not quite able to pull that off. Wayne has to back off. Do we have any corruptors? We're getting 1-1 upgrades. We do have 2 spires. There we go. 2-1 upgrades even. No corruptors yet. 3 corruptors just now on the way. Without corruptors, like, these liberators, they do pose a threat. Do have to be respected. I am loving the nuke here from the low ground. Nuke is thrown down here in the goal base. Looks like we do spot it. We're going to be able to back off. You can maybe take down some of this stack defense. Takes down the Spore. as Wayne is just going to try to amass his army. What kind of army composition do we have? Not too many spellcasters, 2 Vipers and 1 Infester. A little bit lackluster. We are lacking here when it comes to Corruptors. You could argue that at this point, Wayne maybe... I think his work count's okay. I was going to say, like, does he have too many drones? He has efficient mining at the moment. Later on, he's going to want to try to get rid of some of that. For now, he is solid. Oh, big power bombs here on the medevacs. Can we chase them down? Up! Oh my god. 2 full medevacs, not like this. They get shut down by the Corruptors, by the Vipers. BabyMarine still stuck here back at home. It's a lot of planetaries. And he should soon be able to expand here towards the south. He could maybe even take this northern base as well. And there it is. A fresh base is soon to be taken by our Terran. Meanwhile, Wayne's still moving out. So basically, with this base being taken, this is a more exposed position. Wayne could try to punish this before the stack defense gets up and running, before these planetaries and before these turrets. Meanwhile, nuke towards the north. That Wayne, he does notice, is going to be able to pull back. Even saves the Spore Crawler. Hashtag spores our lives too. We do save it. Ghost goes down. We have advanced ballistics on the way. That is, of course, Liberator range in production. He is in production. As Wayne now has eyes on the fresh mining base of his opponents. A nice yoink here on the lib. No! It survives. Oh my god. Takes some extra yoinks there to bring it down. Additional Corruptors are on the way. So basically, when it comes to... right now we're posturing and we're cutting the map in half. That's true. When it comes to the main army, based on what we're up against, our Zerg player here most likely wants to get into a more Broodlord Corruptor Infestor heavy composition, just because of the libs and the defensive position overall. Like trading with Broodlords, like Broodlords are a very efficient unit. They're not quite energy based, but you know, they have free units and we need to be as efficient as possible. I do think that's the era of the Ultra has come and gone and we have to get rid of them soon. This nuke is going to be landing. Yeah, with the amount of Liberators that we have and with the choke points as well, Ultras, they're not going to trade well. They're going to get stuck on each other. They're going to have a hard time walking over each other as well. We're going to be pushing in. Oh my god. Mine Shot goes off. Viper goes down. Big snipes as well. There's no easy way for Wayne to transition out of this, but he needs to get rid of these Ultras. Like, they're hurting him here when it comes to his supply. Like, you can see that Wayne, he's got 10k, 5k in the bank. But we just need to find the room to rebuild and remax. Or again, refine the army. Big snipes! Oh my god, we do catch a Viper and a couple of those Corruptors as well. Really nice catch from BabyMarine. Ultras, you can see they're trying to engage, and yeah, they're going to be going down. But this is a good thing. This is like to bleed out at like 2-3 Ultras. We like it, Poppy. We like it. It's a little bit sad, but right now, like, we want these Ultras to die. And there we go. More Corruptors. Greater Spire is done, so now we have access to Broodlords. Infestors are on the way. Now it looks like BabyMarine accurately realized, hold up, I see what you're doing. You're throwing away your Ultras. Thors are on the way. Plus 2 ship weapons as well on the way. That'll help with the Vikings. We are basically working towards Thor, Ghost, Liberator, and then with some Vikings sprinkled in, I imagine, as well. Our Terran player is working on an anti-Broodlord army. That's what those Thors do signify. Now the base is going to be going down. Towards the top left, we do have a nuke, and do we get eyes on this? Uh-oh. No! We didn't see the nuke! Oh, it does connect. 11 drones go down. That hatchery taking a lot of damage as well. Finally, one nuke does land, and sometimes one nuke is all you need, is all it takes. And here are the Broodlords. The Broodlords, they have arrived. 13, soon to be 15 Broodlords here for Wayne. This is a good start. Do we have any Corruptors? No. Every Corruptor was just morphed into Broodlords, and they will be more effective. But again, this should also trigger like a Viking response, and we have to be ready for that as well. As this goes to kill 17 drones on its own. Oh my god. That's a lot of workers. Wayne taking a big blow to its economy. Big EMP. Does connect here on the infestors. But alas, Wayne does have a more refined army at this point. It is going to fare a little bit better. Nuke on the army. Uh-oh. At the same time, Ultra's trying to trade. The nuke has been spotted. We will pull back. I like that BabyMarine scan just so we could see what he killed. I mean, it makes sense. If he connects with the army, then he wants to push in. EMP grazing some of those infestors. BabyMarine now building up his own bank as well. Oh, Liberator going ham here on this hatchery. Aye. Do we have any corruptors? We have a handful. 4 corruptors. Good fungal. 2 ghosts. Very nice pickups. Like 2 ghosts may not sound like a lot, but they're quite expensive, and in every ghost count, every spellcaster counts. Here we go. Marine Marauder gonna be cleaning up a big chunk of this creep. You know, we're just doing as much, trading as best we can. Like, Marine Marauder has been outscaled this game, so we kind of want to get rid of it. Making room for a more mech-based army. Nice kiting here against the Ultras. We get 1. We get 2. 2 Ultras trading Marines, Marauders for Ultras. Good trade here for BabyMarine. Meanwhile, again, Wayne, he wants to get rid of these, as we mentioned before. Yeah, he's just throwing all his Ultras away. We'll trade with tanks. As the Broodlords push forward. The Fungals! Big Fungal here on the Ghosts. We get 1. Almost a second. Thors have arrived, but they're getting stuck on each other. 1 Thor goes down. Wayne gaining a lot of ground here. Again, the Ultras did distract BabyMarine. Some of the Ghosts were caught out. Planetary taking a lot of damage. The Snipes! Big Snipes here on the Broodlords. And Wayne has to back off. That was a strong moment for BabyMarine. Wayne has to remax. As more Snipes are going to be connecting here. There it is. 50 links. 50 lings in production. I think that's a good call. Basically, the goal here, like, the Broodlords are slow. Like, they can trade well. Head to head, they can do very well here. As another Broodlord's going to get sniped. Oh my god. We're looking for another fungal. But the Broodlords can do well, but the lings, they can lock down the army. That's what they're used for. They're used to just tie things up, lock them down. Big EMP on those infestors. Decent fungal. The Broodlords, they are going ham. We're down to 2 remaining Thors. We're trying to catch even more of them. Yeah, we do have a couple of ghosts here on the left-hand side. Reinforcers are getting caught out. But who really catches who? Here come those Vikings. The Vikings and the Snipes. Wayne being forced back, dropping heavily in supply. Remaxing with Ultra. I mean, I understand the logic here a little bit. There are a lot of Thors, so getting out of Broodlords makes sense. Because Ultra's the best avenue. I think I would prefer... I mean, if we had a Lurker Den, I think I'd prefer Hydra Lurker instead of Ultra. But we don't have a Lurker Den. That's the problem. We are lacking here in tech, which is a shame. At this stage of the game, Wayne should have every form of tech, so he can be very flexible with his army composition and just, like, be very malleable with it. But he's got just Broodlord and Ultra, and here we go, we're rolling in. Good EMPs here on the infestors. Oh my god, every infestor gets EMP'd. 3 of them go down as well. This is not the best trade here for Wayne. The Snipes are becoming a bit too much. The Ultras are going down. Yeah, every single Ultra is going to be falling. The Broodlords, can they make up for that? It looks like the Broodlords, they barely can. Oh, it's close. They take down the Ghosts. But the Liberators force back the Broods. A brutal trade here. It looks like these Broodlords will barely survive. Clutch transfused here by the Queens. And here come the Ling reinforcements. Wayne, he can remax. BabyMarine cannot. Even though that was a bit of an inefficient fight for Wayne, it looks like he has just too much anyway. Too much mining, too much economy. Gets into some of the SCVs, gets into one of the Thors as well. And so many workers are going down. BabyMarine, he's burned through his bank. He can make Hellbats and Marines. That's pretty much it. Maybe some Vikings as well. BabyMarine, he's out of gas. He is out of gas here. Gas guys are running out. He needs a space. He needs a space to get up and running, or this space here towards the top left. Likewise, something that we saw earlier today, if you remember, we casted a laser versus Vindicta. Vindicta, he was trading well when it came to these big fights, but also harassing. Outside of nuke harass, we have not seen liberators or drops or Hellion run-bys. Wayne, his bank, his economy has been left mostly untouched. The things they get in, they're going straight for the mineral line, straight for the mules. And they shut down so many mules here at this fresh mining base. It looks like the main army will push Wayne back, but Rain, he's remaxing once again. And BabyMarine, he's stuck at 120 supply. It's just not going to be enough. Lings, they come in, they surround some of the ghosts. Brood Lords are struggling, but the Lings, it's all about the Lings at this point. No planetary, we get the full surround. And it looks like Wayne is going to clean up the final army here of BabyMarine. BabyMarine, he's just run out of steam, run out of economy, run out of money. And Wayne has done it. Again, how many bases has he been on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bases here. Remember, again, outside of the nukes, has been left to his own devices, building up his bank, a massive bank at that. BabyMarine, he's gonna shut down some more of these Brood Lords, but there's just not much left here. As Wayne finally has done it. It was a little bit grueling here, don't get me wrong, but GG gets called, and Wayne will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the quarterfinals. GG. Ooh. Oh boy. GG, well played. Congratulations to Wayne for taking the series, but a big shout out to BabyMarine, because both in game 1 and in game 2 as well, didn't do too poorly. He played quite well for himself, and I do think he was a good rival, a good opponent for Wayne to really bring the best out of him as well. You know, they brought the best out of each other. BabyMarine, he does bow out of the tournament, but I do appreciate the performance nonetheless. GG, well played. Ooh, as he has been eliminated and Wayne advances on. He does advance on in the tournament, and we need to take a moment to catch up on everything else that's been going on. Oh boy. A lot of updates. A lot of updates here. Exclamation mark B in the chat. Has